It was just after sunrise when I stepped out onto our balcony aboard the Discovery Princess and saw Ensenada coming into view. The morning light had that soft golden glow, and the water was perfectly calm as we made our way toward the harbor. I love mornings like this on a cruise. It's quiet, peaceful, and you can really take in the moment before the day gets started. As we got closer, we could start to see the waterfront, colorful buildings, fishing boats, and the busy working harbor that gives Ensenada its charm. As we neared the dock, the Discovery Princess used its thrusters to spin around and line up for docking, giving us a great view of the working harbor. From our balcony on the starboard side, we could see fishing boats headed out, cranes moving containers, and a container ship slowly making its way out to sea after finishing up its loading. Down near the rocks beside the ship, a few sea lions were gathering, barking and lounging in the morning sun. They didn't seem to mind the activity at all, just soaking it all in as the ship eased past into position. It was such a fun mix of sounds and motion: the hum of the engines, the calls of the sea lions, and the sights of the busy harbor all around us. Once the Discovery Princess was secured at the dock, we headed down to the piazza and made our way to the exit doors to go ashore. Stepping off the ship, we got some great views of the Discovery Princess from the pier. It's always impressive seeing just how massive she looks from the dock level. There were shuttles waiting to take passengers into the main part of town, but we decided to skip the ride and take the short walk instead. The weather was perfect, cool with a light breeze, and it felt like the best way to start our morning in Ensenada. The dock area in Ensenada is set up to handle 2 cruise ships, but today the Discovery Princess was the only one in port. As we started our walk toward town, we passed by the space where a second ship would normally be docked. It was quiet and open, giving us a nice chance to take in the view of the harbor and the ship behind us. It's always kind of nice when you're the only ship in port. Things feel a little more relaxed, and you get to see a different side of the place without the usual crowds. From there, we continued our walk toward Ensenada, enjoying the peaceful morning and the easy stroll along the waterfront. Before leaving the port area, we stopped to check out the water fountain and the colorful Ensenada port sign. It's right near the exit and makes a fun little photo spot before heading into town. The fountain was running and the sound of the water mixed with the sea breeze made for a nice calm moment before the busy part of the day ahead. To leave the port area, you just walk through the main gate. It's simple and easy to exit. Since this cruise begins and ends in the United States, you don't need to bring your passport off the ship here. Your cruise medallion and a secondary form of ID are all you need to return later. So we traveled light and didn't worry about carrying extra documents. Just beyond the port exit, there's a bridge to the left that crosses over toward the harbor front. We decided to take that route so we could get some more views looking back at the Discovery Princess and the harbor. From the top of the bridge, you get a really nice perspective. The ship, the working port, and the coastline all framed together in the morning light. On the other side of the bridge, there's a waterfront walkway with another colorful Ensenada sign, perfect for even more photos. It's a really welcoming spot and a great way to ease into exploring the town. We took a few moments here just to enjoy the scenery and take in the atmosphere before continuing on. From there, we continued our walk along the waterfront. On the left, we had the harbor, fishing boats, small tour boats, and the open water stretching out beyond. On the right, the walkway is lined with restaurants, little shops, bars, and places to sit and relax. It's the kind of area where you can take your time, look around, and just enjoy the sights and sounds of the morning. The mix of the ocean breeze, the chatter from the restaurant starting to open, and the movement around the harbor gave everything a really laid-back feel. It was a nice, easy way to ease into exploring Ensenada for the day. As we walked, the waterfront opened up into a small plaza area where there were several sculptures on display. These pieces represent different parts of Ensenada's history and culture, from the city's fishing routes to its traditions and local stores. We didn't have any excursion plans for the day, so we just kept following the harborfront path at our own pace. From there, we walked over one street to reach the main highway through Ensenada, Highway 1 as well as Highway 3. This is one of the main roads that runs through town, and it was also lined with shops, restaurants, and places to stop in and look around. We followed Highway 1 back in the direction we had originally come from, just taking our time and enjoying the walk. The morning was still comfortable, and it was nice seeing a different side of Ensenada, a mix of locals going about their day and visitors like us just exploring. We eventually made our way to a plaza called, if you'll pardon my Spanish, Plaza Cívica de la Patria Ensenada, which translates to Civic Plaza of the Ensenada Fatherland. This plaza honors some of the important civic leaders in Ensenada's history, and their statues are placed prominently in the square. At the center of the plaza is a very tall flagpole that normally flies one of the largest Mexican flags in the entire country. Unfortunately, the flag wasn't flying on the day we visited, but even without it, the size of the pole and the open space around it still make the plaza feel grand and significant. We took a few moments to walk around, take in the views, and appreciate the history represented here before continuing on. A little farther down the road, we came to a bazaar-style market with stalls selling just about everything you could think of: t-shirts, hats, jewelry, souvenirs, handmade crafts, and plenty more. We took our time wandering through the aisles and looking at what the different vendors had to offer. I actually saw a t-shirt I liked and planned to come back and get it on our way back to the ship, but of course, I completely forgot, so no new t-shirt this time. Maybe next visit. Just beyond the market, we reached the Arroyo Ensenada, a dry riverbed that runs through this part of town. From here, there's a direct route that leads straight back to the port, and you can clearly see the Discovery Princess off in the distance. We paused for a moment here to take in the view and grab a few more shots of the ship across the harbor. Instead of taking the direct route back, we headed over one more street into the Ensenada Central Historic District. This area has a different feel from the waterfront. More local shops, smaller cafes, and everyday life happening around us. The streets were a bit busier here with people going about their day, and it gave us a nice look at the city beyond the main tourist areas. We just wandered for a bit, taking in the atmosphere and enjoying the slower pace of the morning. It was nice being able to explore without any set plans or schedule, just seeing where the walk took us. With so many interesting restaurants, cafes, and coffee shops all around, it was hard not to be tempted. I kept thinking about stopping for a bite or a coffee, but we had already made plans for a special meal back on the Discovery Princess. So, for this visit, we kept exploring without stopping to eat, though I made a mental note the next time I'd definitely try one of these spots. It's always fun to leave yourself a little reason to come back, you know. After exploring the historic district a bit more, we made our way back to the harborfront. The waterfront is lined with so many inviting restaurants and bars, and since Ensenada is known as the birthplace of the Margarita, we couldn't resist stopping at one of the harborside spots to give the local drink a try. After enjoying our margaritas and taking in the harbor views, we made our way back toward the port. We walked past the fountains again and strolled along the waterfront walkway, retracing some of our earlier steps and enjoying the sights one last time. Before long, we were back at the port gates and reboarded the Discovery Princess, ready to relax and reflect on a wonderful day exploring Ensenada. It had been a perfect mix of sightseeing, local flavor, and leisurely wandering, a day to remember on our Pacific Coast cruise. Back aboard, we were greeted with some chocolates waiting in our staterooms, a sweet little treat after a full day of exploring Ensenada. Later, we had made plans for a special dinner called the 360 Experience, but that's a story for another video. We'll save all the details for next time, so be sure to join us as we share that unique dining adventure on the ship. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of this kind of content, like the video, share it with friends, and leave us a comment to let us know what you think. We invite you to join us on our website at findushere.com, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon. Meanwhile, check out this video next for more travel fun, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our new content. Your subscription is always free, helps us grow the channel, and is always greatly appreciated.